They're in lane 4. And this is just going to be a really exciting race, because it's one thing doing it through the World Cup Series. It's one thing doing it in a heat or a repechage or whatever, but things change when you get to World Championship finals. It's a big day for these boys. Pressure's on. They've got to perform.
On the positive side, they qualified last Sunday, and from what I gather, I was talking to Rick Dunn, the strokeman's sister, during the week, and they are like caged animals. They don't know what to do with themselves. They can't speak. They can't hold a normal conversation without it coming back to rowing. Their mind is so on the job. All they want out here is the gold medal, and I wouldn't be surprised if we are looking at world records either.
We're through 300 metres, and Great Britain already showing an early sign. The blue and white bows, the traditional side that we became so accustomed to over the last 4 years. New personnel this year, but just as determined. There are boys. Rick Dunn sits closest to us in the stroke seat. Ed Code, what a star he has been in this boat. Stephen Williams, Toby Garber in the bow seat. They're heading towards the first timing mark. Through 500, Great Britain lead by about a quarter of a length over Germany, Slovenia. Now we'll see them all start to settle down, and we should see a really quick pace, a mid-race pace from Great Britain, because that's what they've been working on.
They look very tight, very well drilled, and very, very determined. It's a very nice feel. Here, the German crew that's pressing them tightest at the moment, they didn't get to Sydney. They were in the 8. They didn't get to Sydney, very disappointed. So they're out to prove a point as well. But it's Great Britain moving very, very nicely. Slovenia, who were 4th in Sydney, same crew again, just sitting there in 3rd place.
There's our first view of Slovenia. Look at this perfect water here. We've got absolutely fantastic conditions. A little hot this afternoon on the Rotsee from Lucerne, but we've got fantastic conditions for racing. And that's what we've got on our hands here. Great Britain now. Germany just above them, starting to put a little push in. You can see they've brought the gap down to about 3 feet. But no worries, we'll wait till 1,000 metres, and then we'll start to see some fireworks from Great Britain.
I'm a bit worried. That German crew is moving very well. They were second in Munich to the British 4. They've been pressing them all through the season in the World Cups. And look, they're very determined. Take a quick look there across. They're sitting very low in the boat. They're not too pushed at the moment, and they're moving very sweetly. I think we've got rather a lot to come from them in the second half of this race. The British had better look out.
1,000 gone, 1,000 to go in the final of the men's coxless for Great Britain, lane 5. France in lane 1, Italy in 2, Slovenia in 3, Germany in 4, Great Britain 5, USA 6, and they always say in rowing, get to 1,000 and the race starts again at the 1,000 metres. Now we've got to see some fireworks from Rick Dunn there. We've just seen stroking the British crew. He's got to move on, and they're starting just to creep up on the rate, but Germany are looking very strong.
The Brits now they've just turned it on a little bit there. Rick Dunn's had a little look. They've just squeezed back. They don't want Germany to get too far away, and they've now taken back the lead. It's just about a fraction of a foot there in the lead. Stroke for stroke now, and now we're going to see what these two crews are made of. But Germany looks strong. They look ominous there. Heads down, just very, very cool. Both boats moving very sweetly together, with Slovenia just half a length down.
Stroke for stroke. It's a battle of will now. It's a battle of nerve. It's a battle of will. It's stroke for stroke. And Great Britain, well, Germany looking sharper on the catches. Look at the blades going into the water. But Great Britain looking longer. There's Toby Garber in the bow seat. Steve Williams in the 2 seat coming down. There's big Ed Code in the 3 seat. Rick Dunn, cool customer, sitting in the stroke seat. His men up to the next timing mark, because now we're going to have to start moving. We're going to have to start building it through from 500 to go. 3/4 of the race down. Final of the men's coxless fours, and Great Britain lead, but just. They had a reasonable lead at 500 gone. Germany have had a very strong middle 1,000, and Great Britain now starting to come into their own. They're the British boys. Now let's see what we've got. There's pain on their face, but they've got to just find it's real just bulldog spirit now. This is what these boys need to find.
It's a test out there. It's a test of mental attitude. And our boy Ed Cood, he's willing to test himself. He wants this. He wants to rid that memory of Sydney and get that gold medal. And here we see they're pushing on. We see Rick Dunn, he's taking the rate up. They're up around about 37. This is a good sign.
It's a quarter of a length, if that, from Great Britain over Germany. But Germany are responding now. Germany have started to creep the rate, bringing along on the outside. Slovenia are chasing the Germans. We have got a little over 300 metres remaining. not much now. All the crews up through 42 strokes per minute. Great Britain starting to stretch out again, just over a quarter of a length. Germany responding, Slovenia coming strong. And look at Ed's code in the 3 seat. Now, Ed, remember last year, we want to put those ghosts to rest. We want gold medal here from you and your mates. We've got 75 metres remaining. It's Great Britain, Germany coming, but Great Britain are holding off. Slovenia on the far side. 50 metres, 5 or 6 strokes remain. It's goal for Great Britain. Rick Dunn leads his men up to the line. Goal for Great Britain. Ed Coates, fists in the air. Well done, boys. And Steve Williams just a little head over it, took it out of them. Toby Garbutt. We're looking at the new world champions. They're British world champions, but we've got new personnel and things are looking good. It's still 3 years to go to Athens, but it's looking good.
What a great calculated race. It was just perfect. They let the Germans come to them at the halfway, and then they opened up in that last 500, and it was unstoppable. They were terrific. They were so tight, moving so well. Those shots you got of them from behind, it was tight. It was very, very powerful. Very nice rowing there, and Ed's laid the ghost. The 4 as a group, they've laid the ghost. That was fast, that was strong, and they've put everybody behind them. That was a great piece of racing.
I think in the British team overall, we've got 2 very good strokemen, Steve Trapmore in the 8 and Rick Dunn in this 4. And he just knows his rowing, doesn't he? How to stroke, to have the confidence to sit in the middle of a race.